What's up, guys? My name's Ben. That's my 2026 Golf GTI in the S trim, finished in Moonstone Gray. If you guys saw my last video, I picked this car up in early June of 2026. Got a really good deal on it. If you're curious about what I paid, that video will be linked at the end of this one. But I've had this car a little less than a month now, and I've put over 1,100 miles on it. So while that's not a long time, I'd like to think I have somewhat of a grasp of what this car is like, some of the features I do like, some of the things I don't. And I just wanted to give you guys sort of an honest opinion of this car after driving it for a little bit of time, maybe more than most car reviewers do. So this video, I'll go over some of the things I like about this car. There's certainly some things I don't, but the pros heavily outweigh the cons. Yeah, I'll just go over my Golf GTI. Before I continue the video though, I do want to show you guys a couple of things I got done to this car. Starting off, the first mod, which I actually got done about 3 days after I picked it up. I went with 35% tint all around, and then a 35% tint visor on the front windscreen. Really gives you a little bit of privacy, but at the same time, it's not too dark to where you're going to be getting pulled over. I live in New York State, so they are very strict about their tint laws. So technically this is below the state limit, but I was told by the shop that I probably wouldn't have any issues with it. Moving inside the car, I also hardwired a dash cam into the fuse box. So behind here, behind this panel, behind this A-pillar here, and up in the headliner, I ran this Viafo, is that how you say it? Dash camera. So this thing is hardwired into the car. It has parking recording, and it obviously is a functioning dash cam. With that being said, that's not the only things I plan on doing on this car. Those were just two things I kind of wanted to knock out of the way immediately. So, gonna start out with things I'm not super fond of in this car. And the interior is definitely a good place to start. So while the interior quality is fantastic, everything's super nice, I do have a few complaints. Number one, this piano black, I can already tell is going to scratch up like crazy. I think there's one spot where there's a tiny little scratch already, and it's annoying because this material always scratches, and yet automakers keep using it. I don't understand it. I guess I'm just gonna have to get used to it, but that is definitely one zonk. Next one, so as I stated, I purchased an S. And for you people that know about Golfs, you'll know exactly what you're looking at. That is not the Harman Kardon speaker setup. So the base model, which is this, the S, does not get the upgraded stereo along with the sunroof. And I'll say this much. If you're somebody that's just going to listen to maybe a podcast or a little radio here and there, it's fine. As somebody who's coming from a car that did have a premium Harman Kardon sound system, I definitely can tell that there's a difference. It's hard to describe it, but the audio almost does this thing where if you're in a song, the voice kind of, like the vocals, they get isolated in a way. It's very weird. So that is definitely one thing I'm going to have to get used to. I did not buy this car for the sound system, so that's kind of on me. I'll get used to it. One thing that I'm going to say is unacceptable for a car in 2026 is wireless CarPlay issues. So I've experienced this now maybe 3 or 4 separate times out of the maybe, we'll call it 25 drives I've taken in this car. So I'll have my phone connected and all of a sudden it'll just completely disconnect. Then it'll start saying turn on vehicle Wi-Fi. It'll say connect phone to Bluetooth. And then you'll think it start loading up and then it just goes out. So I don't really know what the deal is with that, I asked the people at the dealership about it, and they said it's some sort of software glitch that they see. So at least I know it's not my specific car. But, I mean, the year's 2026. There were cars in 2022 with wireless CarPlay. I mean, we're almost half a decade later since this has been a thing, and we're still having issues. So that one, I'm going to say unacceptable. I really hope that they patch that or fix it. But in the meantime, I'm probably just going to be using a phone cord. All right, one thing that is probably mostly my fault is going to be fuel economy, but I'll mention it anyway. So in my 1,100 miles of driving this car so far, I'm at 23.6 miles per gallon. Now that could be due to driver habits, but I also think it's a little bit lower than advertised. So this car, you are supposed to, as I was told, put 93 in it. You can put 87, but 93 is recommended. So 93 octane in a car that gets 23.6 miles per gallon. I mean, it's a little bit lower than I was hoping, but once again, I've been enjoying this car. I have been driving it in sport mode probably a lot more than I should be, so I'm gonna give that one a pass. One last thing I thought of is the key fob for this car being kind of garbage. So it does look very pretty. Is mine already scratched? Yeah, maybe. But obviously we don't have the remote start, no keyless entry, not a big deal. We knew this buying an S trim, so, you know, I've learned to deal with it. But this fob does not reach far at all. I mean, there's been times I've been 20 feet away from the car and I'll start hitting my nice little unlock button and nothing. It doesn't unlock. I mean, you have to be so dang close to this car for it to lock. And it's kind of annoying because it's a brand new fob. I tried it with the other one. Same thing, they just don't reach very far. And another thing too, if you're one of those people that likes hearing your car make a noise or honk or whatever when you lock it, you have to absolutely spam this lock button for it to make any noise. I mean, you kind of know the car's locked because the mirrors go up, but it's just another little pet peeve of mine with this car. All right, moving on to things that I do like about this car. First one's gonna be the color, obviously. That's why I picked this one. Moonstone Gray is a very unique color. Everything's black and white nowadays and a lot of silver, but this just kind of stands out. Another one's gonna be the brakes. Brakes are fantastic. Once again, I know it's a brand new car. All brand new cars, brakes feel good. But this one, it actually has some decent stopping power. I've driven brand new cars that weren't this, and I can tell you right now, these brakes are something different. I've read that online, these have way better stopping power than the Mark 7 and 7.5 Golfs. So I do believe that these are an upgrade compared to the previous generation, and you can definitely tell that. Although I've never driven those cars, these brakes are pretty decent. This car legitimately does not feel like a front-wheel drive car to me. The LSD is fantastic. You take corners with complete confidence. It seriously feels like an all-wheel drive car. I don't know if that's just me hyping up my brand new toy, but genuinely this car drives incredible. Another one I'll touch on is the community around this car. So there's a couple of great Facebook groups. I also was fortunate enough to attend a Volkswagen car show in which I spoke to several other golf enthusiasts, and I just have to say everyone has been so friendly, so cool in the golf community, if you can call it that. So whether you have a question or you're looking to buy a car or whatever, pretty much any online forum with these cars, the people are super fantastic, and that's cool. There's also tons of aftermarket support. So I've been looking at a few things I want to do to the car. Like I said in the other video, maybe a different or new front lip for this car. Tons of parts online. I mean, one car I was kind of considering besides this one was the Elantra N. And while that is a fantastic car and probably an even better deal than this one, there isn't a ton of aftermarket support for those. Another one which I think is really fun is the factory pops and bangs. So hop back into the car, start her on up. And one thing I've been told by several other Golf owners is there's kind of a secret menu to unlock the pops and bangs. So if you put the car in sport, comfort, and then sport really quickly, you'll get a different exhaust note. And I guess one last thing that is kind of the whole reason I bought this car. It's a fun car to drive. I mean, I do a lot of driving, and I wanted something that was gonna put a smile on my face. And, you know, to most people, maybe this isn't the most exciting car, but for what I paid and for this price range, this is probably one of the most fun cars you could drive. So that's why I purchased this car. You know, it's not a Lamborghini, it's not a Corvette, it's not an AMG or a BMW, but it is, for the money, an enjoyable, fun daily. With that being said, is it perfect? You know, absolutely not. But I would say in almost every category, it meets or exceeds my expectations that I had for a Volkswagen. So overall, I'm very pleased with it. I can't wait to make more memories with it. I really hope I can get some exciting content with this car. Maybe I'll buy a couple new mods for it, put them on, show you guys that if there's any interest in that. But with that being said, I guess I'll close this video on out. Thanks for watching, everybody. Hit that subscribe button and like the video if you enjoyed it. Comment below if you guys own Golfs, what your guys' opinions are on them. And yeah, thanks for watching, everybody.